good morning. I'm Carolina Spitiana. I'm a student of Universitas Tanjung Pura Pontianak at Economic and Business Faculty. In this video, I will discuss about the micro external environmental analysis of Gojek. This video aims to fulfill my midterm exam assignment of strategic management, and the discussion of Gojek, analyzing of Gojek will use a Porter 5 force model approach. And before we discuss it, let's see the video of Gojek.
Ini kisah para cendekiawan, anak bangsa yang berkarya dengan kecerdikan. Segala perkara dapat dituntaskan, garpu pun jadi alat berbagi kesejukan. Lika-liku jalanan tak mampu mengusik, menyangga kepala jadi inspirasi bagi yang melirik. Mereka menantang aturan klasik, kuah mie bakso, kompak, satu plastik. Dan bukan demi eksistensi, namun ranah lebih untuk memperkaya galeri selfie. Mereka menerobos semua permasalahan, lepas tangan pun bisa teleponan. Menakjubkan, setiap hari mereka menyirami diri dengan gagasan. Terus melangkah dalam ruang gerak yang minimal, melampaui batas dengan penuh akal. Jadilah cendekiawan dan raih ragam solusi untuk setiap situasi. Layaknya aplikasi, karya anak bangsa.
Pasti ada jalan dengan Gojek.
Okay, we know Gojek is a big company in India that provides services, especially in provide online transportation. Gojek is a tech company which provides services of their carrier, transportation, food shopping, and payment through an application. Gojek established in 2010, and after the 6 years, Gojek became a unicorn, the first unicorn in India, and they grew well in this industry, in this sector, and during the pandemic, a myriad downloaded occurred in this pandemic. We can see it's about 190 million downloaded or installed application of Gojek, and this make people, especially in that have no job, can join this company. Evidence for this we can look at. There are 2 million people that join this company to be driver both of motorcycle and car, and about 900,000 that any restaurant or any kind of food become a mitra or being join a relation between Gojek and their business. And it's about increasing about 2,448. There is increase that download application downloaded from 2015 until 2020. I will try to analyzing, try to discuss, try to look at factors or threat or opportunities that Gojek has. Gojek must aware to there, and this analysis will use Porter 5 force model. And first we are talk about the micro external environment analysis, because Porter 5 force model is on micro external. What is micro external environmental analysis? For environmental, defined as factors outside company that influence company directly on decision making. And microenvironment in retail is anything in the immediate environment, including suppliers, customer, competitors, and stakeholder. And typically, the microenvironment is local to the business, and any business owner should be aware of these factors affecting the retail business. The factor in microenvironmental analysis, the factor is directly impact the decision making. It's quite different from internal factor. Is also directly impact back micro external environment and environment analysis. The the company can control it. It's uncontrollable factors. Be, uh, but about internal is same, impacted directly decision making, but internal analysis is can control by the company, and micro and external environment is uncontrollable factors. And now we are look factor affect to external environment analysis. There are several factors that affect the microenvironment analysis. The first is supplier, second is distributor, the third is customer, and fourth competitors, and the last is public. Now we are looking for the first factors is suppliers. Supplier is an entity which or who encourage the services. In Gojek, we can define the supplier or resources are office, tech engineering, and driver. Because they can make a service, can provide a service by these three suppliers. The driver for the the driver for they provide the service like food or go pick up someone to somewhere and etc. And test engineering is to build the application and office to manage their service. And the second is distributor. The distributor is an intermediary between the service offered and the customer. So there is like a bridge, like a connecting between the services and the customer. And this project can define the distributor of this company is marketing and application. Marketing, why marketing and application? Application is become a tool. Can download it on our phone. We can see it, what services they provide, and we can click and we can buy it or we can uh, book it to us. And marketing is how the way they provide, how the way they offer their services, or there is a promo or not, or how they interact the customer interested into their services. And the third is customer is people in this company. Customer is people who have not private information and they have a simple life. They have does not access to good or pick up something or someone. So Gojek is become install in some tool to the people that have the characteristics. And the next is competitors. In Indonesia, there are several companies that provide similar services same as Gojek. They are become competitor in the same industry with Gojek. We know that is there are Grab, there is Maxim, Fast.co, Bonceng, Anterin, dan Anterin. The several company that mentioned before is have a same sector, have same industry, and provide the same service for the customer, especially in online transportation. And the last is public. Public is any entities which have interest to Gojek company. It can refer to the government provision, investor, and then. And now, to analyze a company, I use Porter's 5 force model. Porter's 5 force model is a model created by Michael Porter, an expert and professor at Harvard University in 1979, who aims to describe the framework as an analysis of the development of business. There are 5 factors. You can see at this picture. At this picture, there are threat of new entrants. There is bargaining power of buyer. There is threat of substituted products or services. There is bargaining power, and in the center is rivalry among existing competitors. We want to look one by one of this factor of this analysis. And first, we are looking for bargaining power of supplier. Okay, the first is supplier substitution. The indicator is they have not another resource of office, driver, and test engineering which can substitute it. Since there are no other resource or no other uh no sector, no other resource or entities that can change the office, driver, and test engineering. So the level is high because there's no resource can replace them. And the second is switching cost. Switching cost, the indicator is they can open recruitment of driver and engineering or rent other office. So it's mean uh to get the another resources or the get another resources and to recruit the driver or engineering, they they can get the lower price than before. So the level is low. And the third is supplier scarcity. Supplier scarcity is talk about the indicator that availability of office driver and engineer. Now in Indonesia there are many people that have skill to be a driver or to be a test engineering, and there is a building that can be of office of Gojek, so the level is low. And from the analysis table above, it can be inferred that Gojek can access or get the suppliers easily. Therefore, business activity can rank continuously. So, conclusion: the level of bargaining power of supplier is low. It means that the Gojek can get the supplier can get their resources easily. And the second, we are looking for bargaining power of buyer is talk about how the buyer interest to the Gojek, how the buyer want to use the services. I choose three category. The first is price sensitivity. Price sensitivity, the indicator is there are several similar sectors that provide low price. Know that Grab or another online transportation have has provide has provide to public the low price rather than Gojek, so the level is low because there is same services but in the lower price. And the second is quality. Quality, the indicator is they provide great pleasure to the customer rather than other. Yeah, can see or I concluded that Gojek is still become a master in equality. Gojek still provide the best service rather than the other services. And um, yeah, there is several like several and online transportation that provide good quality. They're best competitors. So I put it level medium. And that's last the third category is number of interest. People often use these services. Now we know that Gojek is still in the market, still being a famous online transportation for the people. Well, so I put it at the high level, and the conclusion, the level is medium for beginning power of buyer. It means that uh, there are several service customer can get from another online transportation besides Gojek. They are from the price or quality, but Gojek still famous and most interesting online transportation for the customer. Level is medium. And the third is of new entrant. Threat of new entrant is talk about the companies or any entities that can be a new competitor, new can build a same service, same company or same application. So the category is two. The first is technology accessibility. The technology accessibility, the indicator is create similar application and feature. Yeah, we know that many entities can build the same application, so the level is low because there are some entities that can make the same services. And the second is capital and economic scale. The indicator is the availability of large funds and business that penetrate abroad. Let's talk about how the investor uh, get their fund to the company, and the scale is expand not only in Indonesia but in Vietnam, Singapore, and Thailand. And the Gojek is still mastering the sector. Gojek, yeah, we can prove it by Gojek become the first unicorn in Indonesia and expand not only in Indonesia. So the level is high. And the conclusion from this table is level of trade new entrants is medium. There is probability that any entities can establish the same as industry. There is still have a probability there any entities to have to make this application or sensor. And the next is trade of substitute service. It, it means that the probability that someone or any entities can change the services. So I put category. The first is amount of substitution services. The indicator is company that provides conventional transportation. Because I look in this public, there are online and conventional. So the entities that can substitute this online transportation is only conventional transportation. And uh, we know people like to use the online transportation. So um, this this level is high because people still choose the simple way. The simple interpretation is like an online interpretation. And and the second is about substitution services competitive. How the conventional interpretation interest. So how the conventional transportation. Uh, People still interested to the conventional transportation because quite pricey. Like we can choose KRL that only 8,000 rupiahs for the long way to the long trip. People still interested, so I put in the level low. And the conclusion of this tab analysis, the cluster and category, the level is medium. The probability of substitution regarding Gojek company is conventional transportation, which is not using outline platform. It can be inferred from the table above that level is medium. This means substitute services that not really exist is probably can change, but not really exist because people still use the online transportation while people also enter the conventional transportation that have low price. And the last is rivalry among existing competitors. Yes, the entities that have same sector, same industry. So we know that is already mentioned. Meaning there are Grab, Maxim, or Bonceng, Antarin ID, and Fast.go. Nah, it's the company or some organization that has some sectors. So I put the three category for this. The first is strength of competitor. Indicator competitor mastering the market. Know that Gojek is still mastering the online transportation in Indonesia. So I put level in low. And the second is competitor variety. Entities that provide similar variety is yeah, it's many 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 entities that provide similar services. So the level is high. So the third is services growth. Innovation of company. Gojek still has an innovation company rather than the another entity, so the level is low. So conclusion is low. So Gojek was the unicorn startup in Indonesia. There are several companies that run in the same industry, but Gojek still mastering the market until also, probably among access competitor is still low. we go into the conclusion from the analysis that has been discussed. So I mentioned again about the bargaining power of supplier. The conclusion of the level is low. It means that Gojek still have suppliers that still can get the supplier easily. The bargaining power of buyer is medium. It means people in Indonesia, the customer is there are several industry that Sam has progressed, but people is most of people still choose Gojek to be be their transportation. And the third is threat of new entrant. The threat of new entrant, the conclusion level is medium. There are we know there are several industries, there are several entities that can build the same application, can provide the same services. The threat of new threat of substitute services, the level is medium. There is conventional interpretation that probably can change the online interpretation, but no, people still choose the simple way. But conventional interpretation is being awareness for the company that can substitute this use of online interpretation. And the third is rivalry among existing competitors. No, yes, the level is low. No, Gojek still be a big company that especially that provides in online interpretation and mastering this sector, I think. So the level is low. So this five this Porter's five force model can be a tools to the decision makers to see the threat, to see the opportunities, to see the weakness of this company. And from the analysis, I conclude that Gojek is still have a good management for their promo, for the marketing, for the how they run their provide how they provide services. So the company is going well until now. Okay, this is about all my presentation about Gojek, in especially in micro external environmental analysis using the Porter 5 force model. Sorry if I has a lot of mistake from for present this material or discussion. Hope you guys that watching this video have a good health and have a good blessing from the God.